We're gonna do some pretty steep hiking. This is no joke, baby. As you can see, I'm shaking just holding the camera, man. Group. So today we're getting both a Darwin Award and a Courage Award. Folks, this is the path down. What is going on, people? Welcome to Big Man Outdoor Adventures. And we are in Qumran by the Dead Sea. We're gonna go explore some caves. We're gonna do some pretty steep hiking and have a good time. It's a little blustery here. It's pretty windy. In fact, I couldn't even put the camera tripod down because it kept blowing it over. So bear with me, but it's gonna be pretty awesome. Come along for the journey. So one of the cool things that you see right now is because it's the middle of winter, there's grass. It just never happens, man. This is a brown place, and it's usually hot, like really hot. Now, not so much, but it's absolutely insane to see the desert looking like this, man. Beautiful stuff. Let's rock and roll. Now, I want you to notice as I slowly pan down into here, into what looks like basically, it's the bottom of a waterfall. So, were there to be a flash flood, as occasionally happens around here, hopefully not today, that bad boy turns into a big old waterfall and just drains all the way down here. Kind of cool. Folks, we always keep our eye on that trail marker, and this happens to be one of the crazier ones I've seen, because I'm looking at this and I'm saying, this might not be a trail, but it is, and we're going to push it and pray to God we don't fall off a cliff and die. What we will do for a little bit of content, huh? Let's keep moving. There is nothing like looking off the side of a trail and seeing just a sheer, really rocky cliff and a drop. Still, that's what it's all about, baby. It's all about the adventure, right? Hope you're not afraid of heights. Folks, if you want to see what a fat guy getting himself pushed to the max looks like, it looks like this, because this is steep, man. This is one of those moments where it's like, how fast can you go? Well, are we talking over a city street, or are we talking over rocks, cliffs, and, you know, things like that? Mountain goat territory. You know, it's a push, baby. And it's getting a little steep, I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay, we're gonna keep pushing. Folks, today is one of those days where we're really pushing ourselves physically. All right, man, this is outdoor adventure. This is outdoor fitness. This is like, it's the real deal. It's just rocks down here. And they're just popping off of you. This is no joke, baby. But that's what it's all about. And frankly, my big butt could probably use a good butt kicking. I guess my high school wrestling coach was right. Folks, I know there was an easier trail I could have taken. I chose to take the tough one today. As you can see, I'm shaking just holding the camera, man. But this has been a real cardio hike. No joke. I'm even afraid to swing around, because as I do, you will see that that's the trail. All right, I know it doesn't look like a trail, but let me just flip back around to me. That's it. This is no joke. Let's keep moving. All right, we're getting our fat guy pause for a view. You're looking across the top of the Dead Sea into Jordan. It's about noon. I just wanted to bring that one out to you. And as you can see, this is such a wonderful trail. Let me pan over. I don't know whose idea it was to make this a trail, but somehow or another it is. And you got to wonder, what are those guys thinking? But still, as I pan over, still worth the view, baby. Good stuff. Come on. Well, I did promise caves. So as you can see, I'm inside of one right alongside the trail. So for the next few seconds, I am an actual troglodyte. Write down in the comments if you know the definition of a troglodyte. Folks, this is one crazy trail, man. At this point, this trail is starting to feel more like Frodo going to Mordor. But still, pretty badass. Pretty awesome stuff. Let's keep going. Folks, I made it up to the top of the cliff. I didn't die. However, I also just came past another group of hikers, and I asked them, like, where they came from. They're like, oh no, we just finished this trail going in. We're going back down. So that entire time, I was kind of hoping and praying that maybe, because I did see another easy trail when I started, and I was like, okay, maybe there's like a bunny hill to go down, right? No, wrong. And to top it all off, you know, do your research, because they're like, oh, you're allowed to do this by yourself, and I'm like, what? I didn't know you're supposed to do it in a group. So today we're getting both a Darwin Award and a Courage Award. How about that? Ma, can you see me now? And to my wife, please don't kill me. All right, folks, now our trail is looking more like, well, now it looks like an actual trail. Reminds me a little bit of the Grand Canyon for fairly obvious reasons. But we got our vertical part done. Now we're going to work a little bit on this. Smooth and easy. Nothing but good stuff from here on out. You know, except for going back. Folks, welcome to the top, baby. We are looking good here. Crazy echoes, crazy views, and amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's do our 360 right here, baby. Let's get some panoramic action. Views. Cliffs, more cliffs, 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 and of course, yours truly. Amazing stuff. Let's catch some water, maybe a sandwich, and then we're going to rock our way back. All right, folks, now that we are all powered up on pastrami and some coleslaw, let's make our way back down. Whew, it's going to be big. Folks, this is the path down. I call it the Iskadal Viskadash path. If you know what that is, well, good for you. But there's a path here, and we're going to take it. This is about one of the scariest descents I have done. It's vertical, it's rocky, they slip. But we're going to get through this, and we're going to make it down. And somehow or another, I'm going to make it back in time to pick my daughter up from school. That should be something. Let's see if I actually get there on time. Folks, this is wild. As I work my way down here, it's absurdly steep. Slippery rocks everywhere. Just trying to get from trail marker to trail marker. And, well, this is definitely what you could call a Widowmaker trail, because a one slip here, and that's it. You are done. But we're going to make it. We're going to do it. Thank God, man, I played offensive line for many years. I got a solid base to go on. I wrestled. I got my balance and a decent pair of hiking shoes. So I'm going to get right through it, baby. Okay. Check out that view, baby. This is what it's all about right here. Great looking view over the Dead Sea. Wild. Wild like, baby. We're getting towards the end of it, but wow. Woo! Woo. It's getting to that point. You think, you know, you hear it going in your head. Swing along, my sweet chariot, calling for to carry me home. As I slip down a bunch of rocks, looking down the face of a cliff. Oh my. Let's rock and roll. And of course, over here is the Cupcake Trail. That I could have taken, but no. I had to do the one where you go up a cliff. Well, oh well. C'est la vie. I don't often like to end from the parking lot, but whew, that was tough. I will say that there are a few precautions that I do going into that. Number one, I take way more stuff than I should. You know, it's always that one person who went out for a nice day hike and then they ended up stranded for a month. So I have things like a survival kit and an emergency kit. But I also bring things like a sleeping bag. I always have a field knife with me. I always have lighters. I always have a little bit of kindling. Extra clothes, extra jackets. So if something did happen, I can, you know, at least hang out a little bit until things get better. But fortunately nothing did. And, you know, that was a toughie, not gonna lie. Definitely worth it if you're an experienced hiker, which I don't even consider myself to be so. But time to get the show on the road. Please join us for the next one. I'll see you guys later.